Hey y'all, it's your girl Kimberly D. And I am back with another one. It is the new year, and everybody's talking about new year, new me, and all those sorts of things. But I am just glad to be here. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to have you back with me. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. And don't forget, whether it's your first time or your 51st time, hit that subscribe button and join me along the way. 2024 is going to be amazing. I know a lot of great things are going to happen for all of us this year, and I'm just excited to share my journey with all of you, and hopefully you'll leave comments sharing your journey with me as well. Today, what I want to talk about is time and self love. It's not going to be long, it's going to be real brief, but I just wanted to take some time to discuss time. Time seems to be one of those things that money can't buy. I mean, a lot of people, they'll say how much for 15 minutes of your time. And of course, there are those that, you know, in a sense, do pay for time because you can pay someone a certain amount of money for a certain time session or, things like that. So, in that aspect, I guess you can probably say that we can purchase time, but time is something that we can't create. Time is something we can't rewind. Time does not belong to us. We are on borrowed time. Time doesn't belong to any of us, no matter how great you are, no matter how wealthy you are. Time does not belong to you. And time is something that once it's gone, it's gone. So just thinking about it like that puts it into perspective. And it's something that we should consider very precious. It's something that we should value. But a lot of times in our actions, we show that we don't really value it because we misuse it. We think that we have an abundance of it and we don't. How many times have you told somebody, "Oh, I'll call you next week," as if you know for certain that you have next week? you know we don't know that. We don't know if next week belongs to us or not. So it's like we have to take advantage of the time that we have right now and utilize it like it's our last. I mean, just think about time in reference to dollars. If you had 100 minutes versus $100, what, put the value on it. Like, what are you going to do with that 100 minutes? Are you going to be calculated? Or are you going to use it wisely, knowing that once it's spent, it's gone? But depending on how you utilized it would make a difference in the value in your return, or the return in the value, or however it goes, versus the $100. Most of us would think about it, or let's say it like this: if you had 100 minutes and $100, and you knew that you weren't going to be able to gain any more, you know unless you utilize the 100 minutes, $100 very wisely. You weren't going to have any more unless you invested it and caused it to multiply. I mean, think about it on those terms. If you knew this was your last $100 and you had an opportunity to invest it and multiply it, you're going to be careful in how you spend it, where you put it, how you invest it. You're going to be very careful in that manner. So I believe that we should utilize our time in the same way. But a lot of times we don't. We just, oh, we have 24 hours. I'll lay around on the couch for about 9, 10 of those, and I'll sit and eat about 5 of them, and I'll talk on the phone or play a video game, or not use it wisely, and then wonder why things that we desire are not coming to pass, when we know that we can manifest what we want. If you desire it, you speak it, you prepare, make a plan, and execute. And no matter what, as long as you keep going after it and going after it, something's gonna happen. As long as you're moving forward in a thing, progress has to happen. Something has to happen. Eventually the goal will happen, because nothing happens if you do nothing, but something always happens when you do something. So that kind of a little bit went kind of all over the place, but I just want to get in the headspace of thinking about how we utilize our time, and to reevaluate how we use our time, because it doesn't belong to us. We don't have as much of it as we think we do, and time's gonna pass, so we might as well make a decision in how we're going to pass it. So I just thinking on 2023 and the things that I could have done, things that I should have done, and how things would be different now if I had to just executed. But we can't cry over spilled milk. We have to just move forward and do better when we know better. And then in regards to self-love, this year I decided that I'm gonna take a little bit more time for myself. Show myself a little more grace, show myself a little more love. And even with the videos that I bring to you guys, not just showing up any kind of way, not just showing up on here, with my hair any kind of way. I come as I am. I come real raw, and I try to be very relevant, but I need to show myself a little more grace, and get back. I won't say get back, because we don't want to go backwards, but move forward in reinventing, not so much reinventing, but just loving on myself. Let's just put it like that. Just moving forward, loving on myself, because I know I've told you guys in a previous video that I was that girl that would not leave the house unless everything was top to bottom. And over the last 21 years, I've literally gained 100 pounds, and that kind of takes a hit to your confidence level. It kind of takes a little hit to your confidence level. You learn to put other people ahead of yourself and seek other people's needs to be met, and yours will just get in where they fit in. And it's time out. You kind of get comfortable in that space. It's very uncomfortable, but you learn how to be comfortable in uncomfortability. And you just continue to operate within that space. And it's time out. I'm ready for that girl to be unleashed and lose this weight and show myself some love. And so I said, 2024, I am going to be more present with myself, more, just show myself a little more love, keep my head done. And I'm not telling you have to go out and, visit the salon often, because I am not. I will have my head something done to it, but I will not be in someone's chair every time you turn around, because that can get very expensive, and that is really not a top priority for me. As long as my hair is combed, it's neat, and the style I have isn't meant to be neat all the time. It's not meant to be neat all the time. It's meant to be kept. So I'll say that. I'll ensure that I'm kept. I look kept. You know, I'm going to do a little better with not just throwing on any old thing because I'm around the house. It's like I'm at home. Okay. My husband might not want to look at me look like that all the time. There is absolutely no way that he would have saw me looking like that, how I run around here looking in the beginning. Absolutely not. And prior to being married and dating, there's absolutely no way. Everything was going to match. Everything was going to be on point. And it's like, a lot of us that are married, have been married for a while, you kind of get complacent. And the old saying is, whatever you did to get them is what you need to do to keep them. And so I just got to do a little better. Just do a little bit better. Don't let your husband or your mate or whomever see you in the evening the same way they saw you in the morning. Don't continue walking around with that bonnet on your head. If you got to put a hat on, a scarf, something else, and get out of those pajamas and put on something. I don't care if it's some stretch pants and a t-shirt. Make them match. Make them look like something. And when I'm saying this, I'm saying it to me. I'm just sharing with y'all. Don't go to the grocery store. I know people talk about Walmart, Wally World versus Target. You can go to Walmart looking like anything because Walmart people have a stigma that they act like anything. And then you get super dressed up to go to Target because that's what they say about Target. But if we treated Walmart a little better, maybe they'd act a little better. Let's change the game on Walmart. Let's go to Walmart like we would go to Target. And let's act in Walmart like we would act in Target. And if we all do better, it has no choice but to be better. The employees would have no choice to act a little better. So let's change the game on the Walmart stigmatism. Or, yeah, I think that's the word. The Walmart stigma. Let's change the game on that. And in reference to time, can we just get up out the bed? Stop holding on to the bed. How are you supposed to conquer 24 hours if you spend half of them laying in the bed? Sometimes you got to get up and get started early. The early bird catches the worm. If you know you have a lot on your plate, then you need to start early so that you won't be completely burned out by the end of the day. And I know, you may be a mom, a wife, you may be a working person or a husband with children, a wife, and, of course you would probably work, a business person. So you have a lot on your plate. It may require you to get up early and get a journal. People, can we get a journal in 2024? I guarantee you, if you schedule your day will run a whole lot smoother. If it's not scheduled, then it's not happening. Let people see you check your journal. Check your calendar. Let me check my calendar. You want to have lunch on Tuesday? Let me check my calendar and see if I'm available. Schedule your time. If you respect your time, other people will as well. It's just what it is. And just the thing that I need the most is to declutter. Decluttering. Whether that's decluttering the house, decluttering the car, decluttering a drawer, decluttering something. But my primary thing is decluttering my mind, freeing up space in this head of mine. We had in transitioning the office into a guest space, and I moved some things from the office to our bedroom. And once our son left, Of course, we're still going to leave it as a guest space because we have some other things that are taking place in the near future. So we're just going to leave it as is. But one thing that I did do is I took my clothes rack out of our bedroom and put it back in the guest space. And I was amazed at how big the room appeared once again. But it appeared small, cluttered. We had to pivot around everything and each other when the clothes rack was in the room because one, it was something that wasn't supposed to be there, so it did not fit, and it just cluttered up the space and made the space feel tight and small. It's the same thing inside your head. When you have extra this and extra that cluttered up in your head, you feel stressed, overwhelmed, tired. Free up some space inside your mind. Get rid of worry. Get rid of stress. Get rid of the what ifs. Get rid of the doubt. Get rid of a lot of that stuff, and then get rid of other people's stuff. Half of us take on stuff that is not ours, and then we wonder why we're bogged down. Because you took on stuff that didn't belong to you. Give them people their stuff back. Give those people their stuff back and free up some space in your head. And you'll feel a little better. You'll sleep a little better. Give people their stuff back. In 2024, we're going to handle our own business. We're going to stand on our own business. And then that is going to allow people to stand on theirs. So that's pretty much it that I have for this moment in time. So I hope that something I've said has blessed you, will take you further in 2024, help you jumpstart your 2024. I'm pretty sure that you guys have some amazing things and tips and tricks that you could share. So go ahead and drop them in the comments. But most of all, don't forget to like, comment, and share. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Love you. Peace.